let's talk about confidence, which is one of the most important and odd commandments that we have in Judaism. What is confidence? It's easier to understand confidence by understanding the negative term. What is the negative term to confidence? Anxiety and despair. What does those terms means? The definition of anxiety is my thoughts are running and I'm afraid what will happen, how I will overcome the situation, how I will face what is waiting for me. I don't know how I will pay my mortgage, my bills. Everything looks dark and I feel that there is no hope. I won't be able to get out of it. Everything is hard. We are now recording the booster plan to get out of depression. And depression is that it's all about darkness and heaviness, and I don't see any hope. Confidence is the opposite term, is the opposite idea. What is confidence? Is that I know, I feel, I have the feeling and I know it, that what is waiting for me is good, absolute good, not only mundane good, not only good in health and good in in the physical things and good in wealth. What is waiting for me is good in every criteria that you can think about, and good in my mental health, that I'm going to be happy. Happiness is something else. Happiness is I got something and now I have to realize that I got it. I have to thank for it. I have to see it. When I do not, I do not mark the goodness in my life, I cannot be happy because I always feel that I am lack of something. That's why happiness, it's a hard thing, because you have in Hebrew, the word is modeh. You have to realize that, to see it in your life. And the second phase is you have to thank for it. Say, okay, thank you very much for giving me everything I got. So you have to appreciate what you have in your life. Confidence is not that. This is happiness. Belief, faith is something else. What is faith? Faith is that I'm now suffering and I'm going through some challenges that I wish nobody will walk through. And the situation is not so easy. But I have a belief, I have faith that everything that God does is for good. And thing that are happening to me, what I'm going through as a cause, and beneath it, it's like there is goodness, but it is concealed with many layers. So I have to take out all those layers and to penetrate deep into, in order to see this goodness. But usually I do not see this goodness because now I'm suffering. Now things are going bad. My health is not so good, and I'm facing, reality, which is, dark reality. But I still have faith that underneath, in the future, I will reveal that everything that happened to me was for good reason. And I reveal the goodness that is beneath those layers in reality. Confidence is something else. Confidence is not faith. Confidence, if I'm now not going through, hard time, challenges, troubles, etc., darkness in me, or in external darkness or internal darkness, doesn't matter. I believe that everything that is waiting for me will be good. And I have an optimistic point of view or view on life. And it's so hard to look on reality and to say, what will happen? What next? What will happen next will be good, will be beneficial, and we're gonna win it, and we're gonna enjoy in the economical point of view. And from not only that, one of the most important things to overcome undesirable emotions, to overcome, if you have an emotional problem or mental problem or something like that, and I don't know anyone that does not have some kind of a problem. It could be, a tendency to anxiety or tendency to fear or to be angry or not to feel anything, that you are sealed. You do not feel reality. You do not enjoy. You have passion to nothing, or that you are, you are cheap or whatever. There are so many measures, midot. There are so many emotions that can control us. And it's so, and each one of us has to overcome one, midah, one emotion, which is a very, very inherent in him. And you have like, it's a part of him and you have to overcome it. So it's very hard. And one of the most important thing in order to overcome undesirable emotions, we will talk about it in length, but one of the most important thing is what? First of all, to know what you are suffering from. To know that, that you have to, if you do not know that you have a disease, if you do not know that you are suffering for something, how will you overcome it? How will you face it? If I don't know that I have diabetes, I will continue to eat, like before, to eat cakes, to eat sweets. But when I know that I have a challenge, now I know how to correct, how to fix it. לכיצד לתקן, how to fix my behavior, how to pay attention, to understand it. This is the first condition. You have to know what you are suffering from. The Lubavitcher Rebbe is writing, brings that in his Yom Yom book, everyday book, which he erected. He got all kinds of ideas, small ideas, in order to elevate, to enlighten, to illuminate the day. And the second condition, in order to overcome undesirable emotion or some kind of mental sickness, is what? Is to be sure, to have confidence that you can overcome it, that you can get out of it. Without this confidence, you won't be able to get out because, it's like crossing the road. If you're not sure that this is the right time to cross the road, you will go like without confidence, an accident will wait for you, God forbid. The most important thing is to know that things are gonna get better and I will be able to change myself and my spouse will be able to change his behavior. And if you are a leader, a therapist, a teacher, doesn't matter, a parent, and you do not believe that your son or whoever you are in touch with can change the place that he's standing and change himself and overcome undesirable emotion and fix his traits. If you do not believe it, you should not be a leader, a teacher, a therapist. Because without this belief, you won't be able to get there. And this is confidence. And confidence, it's like we said, faith is something else. Faith is that I know that there is something, that will, at the end, it will reveal to me that the real truth is good, that God is good and everything he wants to is to give us goodness. But there is something deeper in confidence. And confidence is not only about that, like, let's talk about like economical confidence. When you go out and you are doing business and it's like you go out to the day, when you have confidence in your project, in what you are producing, in your services, it's like you know what you are bringing in the world. You know what is your mission, what is your life mission. You know that your product, either it could be you or it could be, something very that you give to others. Doesn't matter. You know that you are giving something good to the world. You have to believe in your product. And confidence is not only that I know that if I'm suffering like from economical situation, which is very, very not stable, I know that I will get not only the amount of money or the solutions that I need, but also I will get what? I will have the vessel. I will have the way. People usually prefer more than money the way to get their money. What does it mean? What I really want to is to know that I'm on the right road, on the right track, that I'm going in the right direction. Because when I have this knowledge that I'm on the right direction, I'm ready to go through hard things. But without this knowledge, it's like I'm waiting for something to happen. In Judaism, our sages said, "En simcha kesimchat ateret hasfekot." There is nothing that brings you more joy and happiness than to know what is your road, what is your life mission, what is the road that you have to walk in. When it's very strong in marriage and in relationship. When you know that she is your life, your spouse, she's the right one to you, she's the match for you, You are ready to overcome undesirable things that appears in the relationship. But when you are not sure, maybe I deserve something else, and I want something else, and I want to get, maybe I deserve a better wife or husband. When you have these thoughts in your mind, it's very hard to improve the situation, your marriage. Why? Because really, in the deepest, in the deepest way, you want something else. You don't want to be here. So you will have not only the solution confidence, also the vessel, that you have like an illumination, a trajectory on your road, that you will know that you are walking on the right road. And it's not only that. Baal Shem Tov, the founder of the Chassidut, of the Hasidism, says like, if you stick yourself with thoughts, pessimist thoughts, like you are afraid and anxiety and what will happen, then what you will get, you are like inviting bad things to happen in your life. And the opposite, if you stick yourself with positive thoughts, with kindness thoughts, then you stick yourself with what? With goodness. And good thing will happen to you. And it's not like a punishment. It's like giving you the power to decide which way you want to go and the way you want to go. This is the way that they will show you the way. You are going in this way. So it's so important to overcome the natural tendency that we have to pessimism, to despair, to anxiety. It's so easy to stick with yourself in this road because it's very, it's very natural. But what is the problem? How would I convince myself? How do I know that good things are waiting for me behind the corner? How do I know? Maybe I do not deserve. Maybe I won't get. Maybe nobody will. I don't know. It's very easy to convince myself that bad things are waiting for me behind the corner. But to convince myself that good things are waiting for me, it's so hard. How do I know? This is the main question. And sometimes I feel, even if you have God and you believe in God and you know that God does good things to his people, let's use these terms. Still, I can say to myself, okay, I'm in such a lower place. How could it be? How could it be that good things are happening are waiting for me? I'm not in this place. I do not deserve good things. So the Lubavitcher Rebbe, in a beautiful Mar article that he said, he's saying that there are three sources and three levels to confidence. One level is the emotional level. What does it mean? That I have confidence. Why do I have confidence? Because I know that somebody loves me. Confidence is connected to love. Without love, there is no confidence. If I do not think, if your child, you send him, to school, and he does not feel really that you love him, and this love and affection is being shown, and he felt it, he won't have confidence. Without love, there is no confidence. Why? Because I know that if you love me, you will want to do good things to me. And the first, thing to know is that God loves you. And if you are here, do not deserve punishment. He loves you like his only son. But still, I know that my wife loves me. And because she loves me, I have confidence in her that she won't do things that will hurt our relationship. But still, love, it's a very fragile emotion, feeling. It can change easily. I can love my wife and after a minute want to get divorced. And I'm angry because of what she said about me. And after a minute, I can break all the rules and everything because it's a fragile emotion. Easily, you can change it, replace it in another emotion. So, one source for confidence is love, but it's not enough. A higher source for confidence, it's not confidence that comes from the emotional parts of me, but it's confidence that comes from understanding the way the world is built up, the way the world is being created. It's like, think about it, when you go to a country that there is order there, you understand the way the things goes. you understand the rules. And when you understand everything and you know there is justice in this, in not only justice, but mercy in this country, you feel more comfortable, more confidence in this country. But when you go to a country that you know you have to bribe this and that, and you do not know how things will develop because the rules there, the order is there is no order, there is no logic in the way the things goes. When there is logic, you can understand the thing. So the second level of confidence comes from what? From confidence in the order, in the understanding, in the reason of the way the world is being, things are going on. What does it mean? Like, think about your children. Let's get back to the example of the child. When the child knows that you love him, it's good, but it's not enough. When he knows that there is order, there are rules in the house, there are the way, that mother and father does not change their behavior in a minute. They are not being, in a minute become like animals and treat them like, and shouting, because there are rules and there is order and there are reasoning. There is reason for everything that happens. So when there is reason, I can understand. I have tools to interpret this reality. Think now about what happens in the world. When you think it's a world without order, without somebody that organized the thing, you can get really, really frightened, because I don't know what is the way, why things are happening, why now Putin is getting into the Ukraine, why things happen. Still, I do not know why, but when I have confidence in that there is creator that is creating every moment, and everything is in personal providence, and nothing is like just happening without a reason. Nothing happens without a reason. When I think like that about the world, so I have meaning. I can understand why things develop as they develop, and that gives me confidence. So the second level of confidence comes when you learn about the way the world is the way the world has been created, and now our life is being, how you are living, that there is nothing that happens without a reason. Okay, I do not always know the reason, but I have confidence from the fact that there is reason. But still, when there is reason, sometimes I do not, acting according to the rules. And the reason and the result is that I think, okay, I know that there is a personal providence, but still maybe I'm in such a lower place and I did so many bad things, undesirable. I'm on the floor. So how can I expect good things to happen to me? How can I expect that? I do not expect that. I'm in a lousy place. Righteous person, I'm so far from being some kind close to a righteous or a kind person. I'm in the lower place. What I did to my wife, to my children, to myself, the way I acted, the way I talked, I'm in such a lower place. So there is this last level. This last level, there are a lot of lawyers in our society because we are losing trust. And when you have covenant, when you have really, when two persons are deciding that they are being connected because really they are one, and doesn't matter what will happen, their covenant will stay still even if they lose their love, even if at the beginning they loved, but now I have confidence because we decided that we are one. I want you, and it's an higher desire than I just want you because I get from you something. Think about your relationship. It's not only, there is confidence in the relationship, not only because my wife knows that I love her, and not only because we decided how we want, to have our life, and how we share together the common life. It's not only that. There is something higher. In our essence, we are one. And we had a covenant that we do not allow ourselves to split, even if we will lose love in a way. And when you have this kind of covenant, it's like you have confidence. I know a part of me is with her. We are one. And when we are one, even if I lose love for a moment, I know I have confidence in this relationship because it's something very high. And this is the confidence that the Lubavitcher Rebbe is calling us to extract from this source, to extract confidence. Like he's saying, it's not enough that you know that he loves you. It's not enough that you know there is order in life and there is reason and everything is in the right place that he has to be. And nothing happens without a reason. That's why I know why bad things happen to me and why I'm suffering. Now I can have confidence from that. It's not enough. I have confidence because I know that I have covenant with godliness, that we are one. And from this high level of source of relationship, I understand that even if I'm not in the right place, and even if I did such things in my life, even though I deserve to believe, to feel, to know that good things are gonna happen. And doesn't matter what is the situation right now and how far away this goodness that we are waiting for is from us. You should believe, you should know, you should feel that goodness is waiting for us. And if you have, and let's finish with that, if I have the opportunity to choose between anxiety and pessimism to goodness, I know how much light the goodness will bring into my world. So this is of course choose that, but it's so hard because I have to overcome. I have to overcome, to sacrifice something. What is to sacrifice? The idea that I don't have nothing to lean on. You have to lean. This is the idea of confidence. You have to lean on an abstract God and to believe that what will wait for you is goodness. And when you have this kind of confidence, the best thing that you can get out of it, this is Sha'ar Bitachon, the gate of confidence, Shel Rabbeinu Bechai, of Rabbeinu Bechai. He writes, what is the best, what you can get out of confidence? What is your, what you get out of it? Why it's worth so much? He says, because it brings you tranquility and joy. And in like you feel that you are in the right place and you are not in blackness and all kinds of things running in your head and what will happen. You feel that okay, everything gonna go just great. I'm pushing myself. I'm doing things, but I'm not in the state of mind of what will happen. I'm not afraid from this reality. I know that reality is not against me. It's in favor of me. So let's gain more confidence, and you are more than welcome. I invite you to subscribe and to share, of course, and we will continue to upload the series of how to deal with depression and overcome depression. This is not a part of the series, but we will upload the next chapter soon. Thank you very much and see you in the next video.